Back here live at Xfinity Center, the Northwestern Mutual TerpTalk postgame show rolls on. This is Wayne Viener, Intern Mason, and Jeff Baxter, who's not even a guest anymore, he's just part of the crew now. 86-77. Ohio State tried to give this game away pretty hard. They had 3 players foul out, a lot of offensive fouls, and it took a minute until the end of Maryland actually grabbed a hold. What's it like being in that kind of game?
That type of game, it's stressful on the coaches, I can tell you that for sure. And then it becomes stressful. It's stressful on the coaches, I can tell you that for sure. And then it becomes stressful for the players because they're trying to figure out this groove that they had prior to, how did they lose it? So it takes toughness mentally and actually physically to be able to maintain that and get yourself back in a good stride. And as you could see, Cowan and Herter, they did a great job of closing the gap at the end.
Mason, what'd you think of the Terps changing up on the strategy, going with the freshman handling the ball at the very end there?
Well, you said it before the game, and I didn't believe that they were going to put the ball in guys like Herter's hands. But I love that mid-range jumper. It makes them look like NBA players, something that they've missed down the stretch before, but Herter was just nailing them. Mid-range,
you mean halfway between the three-point line and half court?
Yeah.
that is a good shot. You've played with a lot of big guys, but the three-headed monster of Dodd, Checo, Bender, and then you throw in Gill. It's a lot of flexibility, and they split the minutes today. How'd that look to you?
That looked great. Actually, I've been wondering whether that was going to happen throughout the course of the season, but I think it took a little bit of time for all the players to come together to figure out. Coach Turgeon had confidence in them to be able to do it. They did a great job, and I think it's going to be a useful tool going down the stretch and actually in NCAAs.
NCAA is going to be that's going to be monster for us. Okay.
Yes.
You played for Lefty. You never saw Lefty coach. I loved Lefty, but I didn't get to play here. What did you make of the ceremony, and when you're disappointed they didn't speak to the crowd?
I was a little bit disappointed that he didn't speak to the crowd, but, you know, you can see that interview that we did with him last season on TerpTalk.com. But I loved what Lefty did for this program. I think that Turgeon's bringing it back with the recruiting that he's bringing in. But what Lefty did with the UCLA of the East thing was just great for Maryland.
Okay, you played with a guy. You get the next 5 minutes. I want to know one thing, because I've introduced you before as a guy who hit the shot heard around the world that beat Carolina.
Yes.
Tell me what that play call was. Did Lefty actually call for you to get the ball there?
So when we were down in Carolina, what happened was once they missed or once we got the rebound, the play was to push it down court. Now, what was going on was that we were looking for Lynn, but at the same time, I knew that I was open. So I said, I used the old adage. Earlier in the year, we had played UNLV, and I had turned the ball over at the end of the game looking for Lynn. So I decided I'm not going to look for Lynn. If he's not open, I'm not going to worry about it. So I came down and took the shot and hit it as I had planned to do. And that was one of the greatest shots I've ever had in my career.
For many of us who were left screaming on campus, and it was like New Year's, it rolled into one to win that game.
Yeah.
Your best memories of Lefty?
I'll tell you, Coach was and actually is an amazing guy. What I loved about him actually when he came to recruit me, because I had 3 prior coaches come to my house prior to Lefty, and when he came, he was the final one. I like the fact that when he spoke to you from the heart. And you could see that in his coaching model that he used. He always coached from the heart. He was charismatic. I called him charismatic, crafty, and always had a lot of courage. And I love that about Coach.
Right. Well, you had one heck of a team that season, and well, God, just the great memories.
Yeah.
And to close it out today, as I said in the last segment, to end up playing the Amen course was fantastic. I wish they could bring that back. Singing at the end of the game is just fantastic.
Yes, that Amen chorus was a kind of like the hallmark of us back in the day. And as you just intimated, I wish they could bring that back because that would just be great. Plus, it's in a different tone here in the environment, which is a good thing. But you gotta love Xfinity Center, although I'm a Cole Fieldhouse fan.
I'm still a Cole Fieldhouse guy, but I see I'm getting the high sign off stage here. I think we have Tony Massenberg coming in. So we'll take one more break here on the Northwestern Mutual postgame show. Thanks to Stan Charles, Intern Mason, Jeff Baxter, and of course Bruce Posner. We'll be back in a moment. This is the Northwestern Mutual.
We got the man here. We got the man.
Yep, you've seen his ads. Now you got the man. It's Dan Schiffman.
Hey, I heard it was like a Maryland Hall of Fame up in your booth today.
It was. There were some good players that came through. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time up there.
What'd you think of the game, Dan? I'll throw you as soft as...
A softball.
Right.
It was a great game. I mean, Maryland. It was nice to see them throw some dagger 3-pointers in the other team at the end and finish it off with an exclamation.
All right. Remember, I'm an investor. Wayne's an investor with Northwestern Mutual, a phenomenal company. This guy's one of the smartest guys around. Listen to me. When I put my money with somebody, it's because he's the real deal. Dan Schiffman, Northwestern Mutual. Dan, thank you for your support.
Yep, absolutely.
We really appreciate it.
Thanks for being on Terp Talk.
We hit Terminus!